Hi there, Exeter-rider here. Thanks for joining me once again. Now this week I'm test riding the 2021 Suzuki Hayabusa. Right, so this iconic machine has been around since 1999 and this is the third generation of it. Mainly it's had a new engine. The overall case is still the same, but the engine has been redesigned to comply with Euro 5. Still got oodles of power and still got that sports bike appeal, and they've got a massive following, actually have done for many years now. So how's it feel to ride? Well, just open it up in 4th gear. We got a quick shifter as well, which is really good, really positive and easy to use. So we've got the cruise control as well on this one, so that makes light work of this type of work. And even on this really steep hill here, we can just click it up via the cruise control switcher and it'll hold no problem at all. Sounds great, you get no vibrations really coming through at this speed, and it feels really solid. What I mean by that is that the suspension doesn't really hop around a lot, you just feel stable on it all the time, which makes sense when this bike is designed to go up to 186 miles per hour, and that's restricted at that as well. So makes you wonder really, if you're going to do 186 then you might as well just open the tap fully, surely. But I won't be doing that today. Yeah, so speed wise, let's knock it down a cog or two. 2nd gear, look, at 60 miles an hour. Jesus Christ! Now that's fast enough. Really good fun. If this is your type of thing, you're going to love this. Whoa! Run through some of the bits and bobs while we're in the speed camera zone. Right hand handlebar, we got the start kill switch, hazard and cruise control setter. Left bar we got the normal indicators, which are very easy to use. Cruise control up and down, pass light and a horn. Who's this bike going to suit? Anyone that likes the Hayabusa style. I can now see what people see in the Hayabusa, whereas before it just looked a bit cumbersome to me. But in fact it really is great having all that power to use. You're never going to take it up to 180 miles an hour on the road, are you? But it's not really about that, it's about having the power if you want it and just knowing that it's there. For some people that takes a big box, and I understand that. Anything I don't like about it? No, not at all. Oops, I'm in the wrong lane. No, there isn't really. I mean, I'm hunched over the tank. There's only so much of that I can take, to be perfectly honest with you. Mainly because of my shoulders more than my wrists. But that's just me personally. For some people, they're just used to that and they're fine with it, and that's okay. But it might become an issue for me. Seating, let's talk about the good things. The seating arrangement, my knees are very much a 90-degree angle, so the pegs are quite high. If you're a taller rider, then that might be a bit more of a struggle, so you may want to get some lowered pegs, but that's easily sorted. Other things I like about the bike is just the handling. You know, for somebody who's not a sports bike rider, it's just easy. It really is easy to handle this bike. And it's also easy to ride at speed as well. If you want to open it up a bit, then you've got all the electronics there to help you if you want some help with it. But I think we'll test that in a second, don't you? Wait till we're out of the zone. Car behind me wants to hurry up, so he's going to have to wait. He won't be able to catch me in a minute. Okay, so we'll knock it down into third in this case, and we'll open it up. Quick shifter. That's quick enough. You see that car behind me now, look? Left in behind. But another thing I really like about this bike is the screen. I should be feeling a lot more turbulent air than what I'm feeling. But in fact, it's really, really easy to deal with. No turbulence whatsoever. A little bit noisy, but it's just cutting through the air like a knife. I think that's the way to put it. And it's just good for touring. You know, doing a lot of motorway work, you eat up a lot of miles on these bikes. I really like it. I like it more than what I thought I was going to like it, not being a sports bike type of person. So it's agile, yeah, it's kind of agile and not used to this type of riding, of course. But yeah, no, it should be alright with, you know, filtering through traffic. It's quite narrow, of course. Got all the electronics on this bike as well. Anti-wheelie and well, I don't know, there's loads of it. So many electronics, it's too much for me to remember, to be honest with you. Right, I'm going to stop somewhere and take you on the walk round now.
When I went to do the walk round here on the beach, it was a lovely spot, but unfortunately I had some microphone issues. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run you through some of the stats. So basically the Suzuki Hayabusa Generation 3 is a 1340cc engine, and it creates 187.7 brake horsepower at 9,700. Torque wise, we're looking at 150 newton meters of torque at 7,000 RPM. The seat height is very easy to sit on for all riders at 800 millimeters. As you can see here, I am actually flat footing it, so no problems there. Pillion comfort isn't too bad. Yes, it's a smallish seat at the back, but it is quite wide, so it does support your rear end pretty well. Price of the Hayabusa is £16,499. There are a lot of extra things you can buy for it, such as a slip-on Akrapovic exhaust, saddlebags, and not forgetting that you do always get the 3-year Suzuki warranty. It comes with a 20-litre fuel tank, which I found that it was quite fuel efficient actually on longer runs at higher speed. But obviously it is a fast bike, so you do tend to see the needle go down pretty quick if you are riding aggressively. The weight of the Hayabusa is 268 kilograms, and that is fully fueled. So I've worked out that that's going to be about 250 kilograms without any fuel. So it's a heavy bike, but not forgetting that it is a big, powerful engine. Now for me, overall, we lost the original Hayabusa in December 2018. I'm not really a Hayabusa fan, but I was quite sad at the time to see it go. It's such an iconic bike. It's been around all of my biking life. And I think Suzuki have made a really gallant effort to bring it back to market again. Okay, so what's the competition for this bike? Well, you've got the ZZR 1400 by Kawasaki. That's going to be the closest competition. But I guess you can shove that to one side because they don't actually make that bike anymore anyway. So the Hayabusa, in my eyes, is its own entity. It's iconic bike. Everybody knows what it is. And I think it's really good to see it back again in all its glory. Right, let's get back on it and have another ride.
Right then guys, let's get back on the bike. I just realised the time. I've only had this bike for a couple hours, and the way I do my reviews normally it takes longer than that, so I haven't got any slow shots of this like I normally do at the end. Right, let's turn her on. Right, okay. So we've got the Suzuki Easy Start system. So you push it once and it fires right up. Let's check I got the view right. Okay, off we go. So even on that curb, it's just the suspension is so impressive, so impressive. But overall, like I say, you mustn't look at this bike and think it's intimidating, because honestly, yeah, it takes a bit of getting used to, but sports bike wise, it really is okay. Clutch is very light as well, I forgot to mention that. And the quick shifter is fantastic, it really is. Very, very nice addition. Up and down. So I am finding the peg height is quite high for me. Let's negotiate this one. Yeah, the peg height is very high, but again it suits this style bike. What do you expect really, isn't it? I've certainly grown to like this bike a lot. I think it's a nice bit of kit. And it does sound great as well. I didn't have time to do the shots of the sound of it either. Overall with this bike, I just can't get over how nice the suspension is and how smooth it is. It's such a pleasure to ride, really is. It's almost like it's got electronic suspension, but it hasn't. If this is the first time to the Exeter Riders channel, if you could give us a subscribe, it would be much appreciated. We've got lots coming up this year, and it's going to be an exciting year, I think, once now we're laid out again, so it's going to be good. So click like and subscribe, would be much appreciated. But yeah, this bike handles beautifully, it really does, and I don't want to use the cliche, but I need to in this case. It really does corner on rails, this thing. Yes, I haven't given it the beans, and I haven't got the skills to really fling this thing around, but it really does go around corners so nicely. And again, I'm going to use a cliche, but it's really, really planted and really solid. There's nothing behind me here. Take it down to lorry speed. Down to second. It's incredible, isn't it? The speed of these things. It is an awesome bike, this. It really has grown on me. I really do like it. I'm not going to buy one because it doesn't do enough of what I need a bike to do for me personally, but if you like your sports bikes, and a good mate of mine would love this. It really is an awesome machine. And it's strange, isn't it, the way that a lot of people who aren't even into bikes know what the Hayabusa is and what it's all about. It's such a nice bike. Anything over sort of 30 miles an hour, 40 miles an hour, you could sit on this bike all day. And as I say, the seat is really nice. It's quite firm, but it really is very nice. Certainly makes your balls feel bigger than what they are, that's for sure. That's one way of putting it. Yeah, so quick shifter wise, it's very good. It's not buttery smooth like the Hondas, but it's very snicks into place quite nicely and works quite well. Braking is good as well. Got all the braking power that you need without it being too snatchy, and yeah, it's a nice bike to ride. Handles very, very well. That's the end of my run. It's just started raining. Perfect timing that. Time for a coffee down at Cafe 53. Can I get down that way? Yeah, I can. Just can't get over how good the suspension is on this thing. It really is good. But overall, it's been a real treat riding this bike. It really has. And as I say, you know, the people that are saying that, you know, it's not enough, they didn't upgrade it enough and didn't stick a turbocharger in it, you know, I just really don't think it matters. I think essentially you still got a really nice handling bike. Alright, many thanks to Bridge for lending me the bike. I probably said that already, but I do very much appreciate it. Watch these learners come round here. It's actually quite light to push back as well, actually. Oh mate, how you doing? Too slow. Yeah. No, it's brilliant. It's brilliant. Really good.